Kem, let me finish. I'll answer that here in a second. I don't want to do it to the public just yet. So let me a few on that one. Let me finish. I'll answer that here in a second. All right, guys, I'm gonna just record this on my end too. All right, let's just review what we did today. I mean, nice morning, both pound yen and euro yen before stocks even opened up. I mean, I did 7 grand before 9:15. It's good stuff, guys. So we did have a number today. The 8:30 numbers helped us out some, but what you got to understand is it's the cycles that set you up on the right side or give you the edge to take advantage when those types of catalysts do move the market a little bit in your favor. But that's what's great about our model is that timing component will give us an edge a lot of times in those scenarios. So we can just walk through this. This 15-minute here. So here's pound yen. I mean, literally just woke up this morning and can see on the mobile that the 15-minute chart is in a downtrend, right? So all we're looking to do is pick our spots here with the cycles as far as when's the best time to time our trade and from a timing perspective where we want our size. Because you can have a downtrend and be sloppy on your entry. If you're shorting here, you're on the complete wrong side. You're late. You know, where were you here? Where were you here? A lot of traders are waiting. They don't know. They're waiting for confirmation. They're waiting for this bearishness. And then they wait and they wait longer. And then by this candle, oh, okay, now this is pretty bearish. Now I see it. Okay, they short here. It's the wrong action. It's late. It's sloppy. So that we don't do that from a trend perspective, but also from a cyclicals perspective, using the timepiece will keep us from doing that. So I sold some here, and then when you had the 15-minute cross, this was pretty much a good cycle here. And I forget what the 30-minute looked like. 30-minute cycle, just classic. I mean, they crossed right here, 7:30. It's still in a down cycle. So we just caught a little bit of this move down here on Dragon. All right. Sold here. You got the break, cover into the lows. You can still make a new lower low. I'm still short a small piece, but it's Friday, so we took most of our gains off the table already. But this can definitely still make a lower low. All right, so that was our pound yen trade. Here's euro yen. Nice failure at pi up there. Failure at pi. So very similar thinking. Get all this stuff out of the way. So you come in this morning, and look, everything's relative. So this downtrend on the 30-minute right here at the bands offered the first place to start shorting, and I liked it because the cycle was high. So I started shorting right there. But at the same time, I'm aware of this high here. I'm aware of the 200 above the market. So I don't have a cycle cross yet. So it still tells me, even though it's high, there's times where this cycle can keep going and going and going and going and going, and it can really squeeze you. So I have to be a little bit patient on my first few sales, okay, which we were, right, guys? 15-minute was actually a better picture, a little bit easier. So you have failure at pi line here. You have the downtrend. You can see the direction of the bands. Price is below pi line and below the 200 southern hemisphere. All right. So start here, and then again we're waiting for this cycle to cross. So you had to be patient with these sales, but we said we wanted to sell with our risk in mind above 24. Just giving ourselves a little bit of room here above that prior high in case the market comes above here and runs the stops, right? Because we don't treat these moving averages as specific levels, like we're bullish if it's above it, or oh, it's bearish because we're below it. I mean, these are areas. So you can plug, just like right here, you can plug two tweezer topping tails right into pi, still be bearish. Matter of fact, that's exactly what happened right here, is you ran the stops and then you went back down. That's just classic. Does everybody see that? You guys remember us talking about that? We said that way back this morning, that you could get above here, run the stops, and we wanted to still short into it. It's exactly what happened just 2 hours later. So nice failure at pi, but that's where our risk was. So it doesn't mean we put in the hard stop. It just means that's where we know we're going to be wrong. So it's just a matter of timing it, being patient, working your size correctly. And then once we had, once we had this cross, it was a little bit more clear that the timing was probability that we were going to roll down for a certain, at least for a short amount of time, is much higher once the cycle starts to roll and come off the top, i.e. the cross, right? So at this point, I said, okay, now you can get heavier, and you can see it on the 5-minute better. But then it ended up rolling over. I'll show you on the 5-minute in a second. But then we covered into these lows because the cycle started to cross, and because it's Friday, we made some good money right after the number. But notice that 15-minute cycle crossed here also. So we started killing some of our short that we were trailing, thinking that maybe we'd leave a piece for maybe new lows. But once this started to happen, no. That saves us from sitting through this and giving back all the gains we made here. Focusing on these cycles. And then here's the 5-minute. This was really good trading today on this pair. Very high level. So we're fading it into here. And then we talked about on the 1-minute. See, there's a 1-minute trend here. This is a long video. The 1-minute trend here that we even talked about, right, guys? Right here. What did I say? That this was probably a pullback that would give us a higher low. Exactly what happened. 15 minutes before it happened, I said that. Because these same patterns, it's the same thing over and over and over again. Sure enough, we pulled back, and some of you sold well up in here with me, and then we covered some into that little 1 minute move. Then I said, all right, that was our higher low. We'll see on this bounce back. If we fail to make a higher high here, that might be the first sign that the cycle's rolling over. And then the key was we had to break these lows and get lower lows. And that actually happened on the number, and then we covered. But some really nice trading on the 1 minute. Really nice trading on the 1 minute. We pretty much nailed this thing. Nice and patient on the way up. Cover some. And even though we were out of the money, like my average was 76, I think at the time, somewhere down here. So I teach my traders, you guys know this, when we short here and we're early and we're out of the money, it's still okay to cover on this move. Because one, that brings your average cost up once you resell, but it gives you, because we know that we're in an uptrend, there's a high probability that you're going to get a higher low like this. So the right action is to buy here, regardless of your position. Okay. So if you sell well and the right action is to buy here, wouldn't you buy even regardless if you're out of the money? The answer is yeah. Then when you bounce, it's much easier to re-short also, because now you've taken some size back, you have more size to work with. All right, sold into that high. Another 1 minute move. Here, I actually sold more. I doubled my short here. All right. Wasn't sure if it was going to break then. It didn't. We went sideways. There were some opportunities to scalp it around. And then we flushed. And these were perfect covers in here and here. Then we had the 1 minute bounce back. I said, you can re-short this if you wanted. I sat that one out just because, again, it was Friday. I made a bunch of money here. 4 or 5 grand here. I just didn't feel like giving it back extra work. But if you sold into here, then you cover at pi again. And at this point, the euro started taking off. And once we got up here, we came back to break even. I pretty much killed all the short. And that was the end of the trade. But we also talked about up here that when, after this move from here to here, the odds are that if we don't like to trade past through lunch, and especially in the afternoon on a Friday. So after we had this move, the odds of a new low down here are terrible. Not going to happen. So we just said kill it, and then nobody had to sit through the move to new high. But that was a long recap. How did we do today? Are any of you guys still in the room? Is everybody gone already? Made money? Do we have some big days there? Kemi did well. All right, guys, that's good stuff. So not a single losing day in the room this week. That makes it like 12 for the last 15 days or 13 for 15. But it's no surprise to us, right? All right, for those that are new, maybe joining us, that first times to our channel, or if you want to visit us, get to know a little bit of what we do, the team. You can visit our site here, jenkinsrm.com. jenkinsrm.com. You can read a little bit about what we do. We have a chat room. It's free to come in there. Check us out. This full access team right here. This is the group or my team of traders that I'm addressing right now. So we trade together every day. You can get started with a trial there. Come in and experience couple trading sessions with us. So this is what we do, guys. Here's what our chat room looks like. So day trade signals, swing trade, longer term core positioning. You can see here a nice day. So just consistency is just about sticking to our process and then drilling it down and going around the cones over and over and over again. But for the YouTube watchers, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be improving that. You guys on the team too. You know, turn the notifications on. We're going to start beefing up that site. Anyway, guys, good stuff. Happy Mother's Day for you moms. I think I'll sign off with you. Are you guys good? All right, Andrew. Good job, buddy. Kim, good to see you guys. Have a good weekend. All right, Dave. I'll hit you guys up on the chat a little later. All right, Johnny. All right, see you guys. Be good.